Hello and welcome to your SAT Math Calculator program from MCS Tutoring for your TI-84 Plus CE or TI-84 Plus CE Python calculator. If you have either one, it'll work. Okay, great. So we're going to be going to the More menu, and under that, we're going to be doing unit conversion. I put etc. because there's other things too. So just to give you a brief overview, we do conversions like how many, if we got like 30 millimeters, how long is that in inches? So we got distance and length conversions. Other distance length is like the first menu but inverted. So instead of going from maybe millimeters to inches, going inches to millimeters. Area conversions and then volume conversions and then unit rates, kind of funky. We'll do one of those. It's like 42 copies per minute is how many copies per hour type of thing. Decimal to fraction does a conversion. So if you have like 0.125 converts to a fraction. Distance rate time stuff. So if you have like speed is rate, by the way. If you have questions like that, and then degrees and radians. So without further ado, let's get started on some of these. So an object travels, and I might go a little slower today. It's probably the last video before the August 2025 SAT. So good luck, my peeps. Okay, now look at this. An object travels at a constant speed of 12 centimeters per second. At this speed, what is the time in seconds that it would take for the object to travel 108 centimeters? So speed is it's a code word for rate. So it's a distance rate time question. And then so we've got speed, which is rate. And then, and then we've got a distance that we've traveled, right? So we've got a rate here. And then what we're looking for, the unknown, I'll underline that in red, is time. So, and I'll circle time. So time is the unknown. So typically, how this program works, not just this part, but the other parts, is you're given two things, have to find a third. So in this case, we're trying to find time. So we're given everything else. So we're given like, hey, what is the distance, by the way? Okay, distance is 108. Because it want to travel 108 centimeters. And we're assuming the units are uniform throughout, so centimeters. The SAT used to do that trick in the 80s and 90s, not so much now. It still does now and again, but not that often. Okay. The rate is the speed, and that's 12. And then good. Time is 9, so 9 seconds. Great. Okay, good. And this is how it works. So this is going to be a pretty easy video because this is not too challenging, all this stuff. Okay, a certain park has an area of, 11,863,808 square yards. What is the area in square miles of the park? So we're starting with square yards going to square miles. So we're going to choose option 3 from the unit conversion menu. And then what are we doing? We're going from square yards. So option 5 looks like square yards to square miles. Okay. And then how many yards? So what's the Y? And I do that if it's like meters, I'll put M, inches, I'll put I. So Y is 11. You just want to be careful how you enter this. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to browbeat you. I'm talking to my younger self because I was always hasty about entering stuff like this into a calculator. Okay, so it looks like we got 3.83 square miles. Perfect. That's a choice. Okay, good. And then we continue. Again, it's some more menu and unit conversion. And generally the menus are set up generally most frequently asked stuff at the top and less frequently asked stuff at the bottom. So just so you know why there's a method to the madness of the menus. Okay, now we're starting, it looks like, okay, so what length in centimeters is equivalent to a length of 51 meters? So we're going from 51 meters to centimeters. So again, this is a distance and length, and then we're going to go meters to centimeters. Okay, cool, option 5. And then how many M's we're talking about? Okay, we got 51 meters. Looks like we have 5,100 centimeters. So there you go, option C. Great. Okay, cool. Now, question 2. Gosh, these questions are just culled from the College Board SAT practice test. I don't know which test these are, but these are all generally from there because it's like everybody's like, we have more real practice problems than anybody else. No, you don't. College Board does because they make them. Okay. Not trying to harsh you mellow, but just, reality check here, buddy. Okay, fish swam a distance of 5,104 yards. How far did the fish swim miles? Again, this is a distance conversion, and then we're going from yards to miles. right? So we're going to go distance length, and then yards to miles, option 4 there. And then how many yards do we have? Oh, 5104. And then 2.9 miles. Great. There we go. I think I know some people who swam that a few weekends ago. Okay, good. How many yards equivalent to 1,116 inches? Okay, again, this is a distance conversion, and we're going from inches to yards. So we're going to go distance length. Hopefully we got it here. Inches to yards, option 6 here. Okay. So how many inches? 1116. There we go. And then 31 yards. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. We got a good answer here. Okay. I think we just have a few left. This is great. Okay. Now, this next one, we're going to go to the more menu, of course. Now this is going from radians to degrees. It says R is 2 pi over 3 radians. T equals 5 pi over 12 plus angle R. So greater than measure of angle R. What's measure of angle T? Well, check this out. We can just put these two. This is what's interesting about this. I think it's interesting. We're going to do the unit conversion. Now we're going degrees, radians, things. And we're starting with radians. We're going to go radians, option 2, radians to degrees. How many radians do you have? Watch this. 2. Oh, and by the way, the pi button, you press the second and the caret symbol there to get the pi. 2 pi divided by 3. And by the way, 2 pi over 3, any fraction you have is an unfinished division problem. So it's like 2 pi divided by 3. And then plus, check this out, 5 pi over 12. There we go. So we get 195 degrees. Bam. Love it. Love it. Okay, good. Good. Cool. Ty. I know somebody named Ty. This is awesome. Ty set a goal to walk. Sorry, I'm going to unit conversions. 24 kilometers every day. So distance is 24 km. On a certain day, Ty plans to walk an average speed of 4 kilometers per hour. What is that? That's a rate. I know you think, oh, it's a speed. Speed and rate, interchangeable. Unless you're a physics major, you're going to go crazy with it. What's the minimum number of hours Ty must walk on that day to fulfill the goal? Time is what's not known. So we're going to do DRT, distance, rate, time, option 7. And then we want to find the time. So what are we given? We're given the distance, 24. Rate is 4. There we go. Time is 6. Bam. Oh, yes. Finally, the alt is... Oh, no. It's not the ultimate question. We've got 2 questions left. This is the penultimate question. Okay. Going on. A town is a certain area of 4.36 square miles. What is the area in square yards of this town? So obviously, it's an area question. And we're going from square miles to square yards, option 6. Okay. How many miles we got? 4.36. This is a huge answer, this 13,505,536. But there we go. Man, program's awesome. Available at MCS Tutoring. If you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, that's cool. Also, if you get on the email list, I think you get like a 30% discount your first order. And you get discount codes now and again. They're intermittent. They're more common during the school year, usually once a month. But yeah, that's cool. Just save some money. If you don't, hey, that's cool too. You know, a printer produces posters, constant rate of 42 posters per minute. So 42 per minute equals X per hour. X meaning like how many per hour? Okay. Now check it out. This is the last one. We're going to go with the unit conversion. And then we're doing a unit rate. I just call that unit rate. Option 5. If there's a better name, name it in the comments and I might change it. And if I do, I'll give you a free copy of a program from the MCS tutoring site. If I name it what you want it named, I'm totally cool with that. Students give me ideas all the time. I'm constantly man, this program's gone through easily 12 iterations, 12 different versions the last 12 months, at least. And oh, by the way, free upgrades for life. Okay, printer produces poster, constant rate 42 per minute. So what we're trying to do is do a time conversion. And then we're going per minute to per hour, option 4. And then what is it? It's 42 per minute. And 25.20 per hour. Sounds about right because you multiply by 60. Okay, 25.20. There we go. MCS tutoring, baby. Get your program. And by the way, people, any students here, you do want to practice with the program on practice tests from the College Board. I'll put a link on the site, on the mcstutoring.com site for the College Board practice test, so you can actually see how well this does. And look, and sometimes like if you're really good at algebra or geometry or trig, you might be faster by hand for a lot of them, and just as accurate. So what you do is you're practicing. Okay, when is this faster and more accurate for you? Because the answer is not the same for everybody. The math phobic student is probably going to lean more on the program. If you're math fluent and math proficient, you're probably just using this to double check your answers, and then just answer some of these things faster than you would by hand. Okay, regardless of what your situation is, good luck on your next SAT. I'll catch you next time.